everyone, it's Maria here from Pepperly Rose Paper Crafting. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to make a card that was inspired by another artist from the US with another crafting company. And I love the card so much that I'm going to try and recreate it somewhat, but using Stampin' Up product instead. I will link the video below this video so you can see where I got my inspiration from. I absolutely loved those cards series. So what I'm going to do today is a shaker version of one of those cards. And so I'm using the Nothing's Better Than bundle. This includes the stamp set and the dies. I'm going to be using mainly the sentiments from this, but the dies are going to be the hero. So this particular die here is going to be featured. I'm using the Stitched So Sweetly dies. I'm going to be using one of these. I haven't thought the design through 100%, so I'm just letting you know. We'll just go with the flow. That's what I usually do. So I'm using the basic Pattern Decorative Mask, and I'm going to use this polka dot one. I'm also going to use the Tasteful Labels Dies. So these ones over here. These are great. I love these dies. They're very handy. I'm using the Buffalo Check background stamp. And I'm going to use the rectangle stitched dies. These are going to come in very handy with what I want to do as well. I'm also going a little bit rogue, and I'm going to use a Cuttlebug embossing folder textile, and that's this one over here. I'm going to make Oreo cookies, and I found that the texture from this particular embossing folder is perfect for that. So I'm just using up what's in my stash as well, because this is the year where I want to love what I have as well and not buy too much, because I'm trying to keep the costs kind of down. So I'm going to use some window sheet, and I've just got a piece of painter's tape just so I don't lose it on the table. I'm going to be using some thick Whisper White cardstock. I've got plenty of this cardstock in my stash, so I'm going to use that all up. I'm just going to grab my bone folder. So what I've done is I've cut an A4 in half, and then I scored it in half again. So I'm just going to fold and burnish that score line. Don't know what that was on my bone folder, but off that goes. Now I've got a scraps of Whisper White, some early espresso. I'm going to use Poppy Parade, some Pool Party, and some more Whisper White bits and pieces. So what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to heat emboss this, and I'm going to use the polka dot stencil or mask, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach this on the back, and I'm just going to put some painter's tape. I'll just grab some painter's tape, just get some new painter's tape for that. So I'll just attach it on the back to make it easy for me to keep it in place. I'll just fold that in half from the back, hold it down, and then hold it down. Oh, before I do that, silly me, I forgot. I need to put my embossing buddy all over that piece there. So I'll just put that really quickly over the top. This is going to be a cute card. I haven't made a cute card in a while, and I thought it would make something different. And very sad, but that's the first time I'll be using that bundle, the Nothing's Better Than, and it is so cute. And this card is kind of aimed for gift giving, kind of like a thinking of you almost. So now that I've got that attached there, what I'm going to grab is my Versamark ink pad, and I'm just going to smush it down onto the stencil, because I'm going to heat emboss this. So I'll make sure I put plenty of Versamark. pull that off and see if I got it where I needed it. Yes, much better. I'll clean that up in a second, and I'm just going to remove my painter's tape. Clean that up, I'll leave that to the side. I'm just going to grab this. Stampin' Up used to sell that years ago. I think they're called powder pals. It's a powder pal. It came with 2 sizes. I'm going to use the big one because I'm going to make a bit of a mess. Look at this, guys, brand new white embossing powder. I'm going to finally use it. And I'm going to tip it. Oh, nice new one. All right. So I'm just going to tip that all over. Okay. And then I'll tip it into my container here. Oh, that looks great. So I'm just going to pour some more there. That turned out really good. A bit more here. That didn't go. Okay, so I'm going to pour all this back in. So I've got like a little brush if I need it. Okay, so I've just finished cleaning up my mess with my white embossing powder, and I've just heat embossed this, and it looks fantastic. So if you're ever stuck for polka dot paper, I strongly suggest using your one of your decorative masks, the polka dot one, and you can make up your own pattern, and it looks great. Oh, this is sticky on this side, so I cleaned the wrong side. So I'll just give that a nice little wipe. Make sure I get rid of all of that sticky Versamark ink off. Okay, so I'll just leave that to cool down. I'm going to grab my Buffalo Check stamp set. I'm going to put that on my desk because no drama. Like, I'm going to use my Daffodil Delight ink. I'm going to grab a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This layers on top of the card here. I'll use this one here. Okay, this one will layer on top. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink that up in Daffodil Delight. Put my Whisper White on top of that. And then I'm going to put my scrap over the top and just give it a rub. Such a beautiful day in Sydney today. Can't believe it. We had 6 days straight of torrential rain, and we've had a bit of flooding. Like, our suburb did not too bad. We had some localised flooding, but other parts of New South Wales didn't do so well. So now that's the Buffalo Check stamp set, and this is the result of that. So it's a bit splotchy. I don't care. That's the best I think I can get with that stamp set. So I'm going to now just give this a wipe. Get rid of all of that Daffodil Delight ink, and then we'll put it away, and then that's that. So I haven't cut these pieces to size or anything like that because, as I said, I'm just kind of winging it at the moment. And yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. So that's this stamp set now all finished. Okay, so what I'll do is I've got another piece of Whisper White cardstock here. I'm just going to grab the rectangle stitched dies, and I'm going to use a couple of sizes. So I'm going to use this one here. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4th from the top. And then I'm going to use this one here next, as I'm going to do some fancy cutting. No, actually I'll use the next size up from that one. And that will act like a box, I think. No, go this one. Yeah, all right. So I'll pop this through my die cutting machine. And at the same time, I'm going to use my scrap piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to cut out a few of those cookies as well. So I'll grab the cookies, the cookie die from this one over here, Love You More Than. Use that one at the same time. So I can, do as much of this as possible, okay? So I'll just grab my appropriate sandwich, which is a number 1, a number 2, and 2 number 3s. So that's 1 number 3. I'll grab this one. And put that there. And then I've got this one over here. And I'll stick that up there. I'm going to cut that out a few times. So what I'll do is I'll just do my cutting, and then I'll explain what I'll do next with that, okay? So enjoy. Out 14 early espresso cookies. I know it's a lot, but I'll see how I go with this. So what I want to do with these cookies whilst I have them out is I'm going to emboss them with the textile embossing folder, the Cuttlebug one. So I'm going to put as many as possible right in the middle of these patterns here, and then I'll put them to go through in one hit. So just this is a good also way to see how this performs with non-Stampin' Up as well cookies. Non-Stampin' Up embossing folders. Just thought it'd be fun for you to see that too. So I'm just going to pop that down. So I'm going to emboss one more after that, and they moved. Damn. Let's do that again. Okay, I think that's better. So you just need your number 1 and your 2 number 3 plates, and I'll crank that through. Okay, and then I will show you the details. And it has like an embossed cute cookie. So it kind of looks like an Oreo to me. So I'm going to emboss one more because I cut 14 of these out, but I want to make 7 cookies. Back my number 2 plate. I'll bring back my bottom plate, and now with this die here I'm going to make it cut like a door. So this is going to be like a cookie box. So I'm going to bring in my painter's tape, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut but up to here. We're not going to cut this end here. We're just going to cut right up to there. So what we're going to do, we're going to do something a little bit special with this. So I'm just going to make sure that this is even all around, and I think that looks pretty good from my angle here. And I'm just going to put some painter's tape. So this is going to make like a door, okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just going to bring it up a little bit more. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my top plate, and I'm just going to do it just up to over here so that it does not cut that part there. So it's done it up to there. Okay, so I'll just make sure it's even where I'd like it to be. So now I'm going to take this off. Peel this off really carefully. Oh. Okay, so I peeled off some of the paper, but I don't mind. I will cover that up somehow. I'll think of something. All right. So now what that's done is it's created like a door. Can you see that? So we're going to just fold this back. I'm going to use my bone folder and I'll fold that back. So now you have a door that flaps open, so it looks like that. I think that's a really cute idea. So I'll pop this down here for the moment. And I will bring this back at some point. So it's not over yet with that. So what we're going to do with these cookies is I'm going to show you with a couple of them and then we'll come back. So with these cookies, what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset them a little bit to make them look like Oreo cookies. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to add this down here and then like that, offset them. So it looks like we are eating some Oreo cookies. So I'm going to do some like this. And then we're going to do some the other way. So I'll just add some glue here. Just along the bottom here. And I don't want to have anything up the top there because we're going to layer the white one on there. Like so. Okay. And then we're going to do the same again with this one. So it looks like we've got a bite out of this Oreo cookie. And we're taking that bite. So it looks like that. So it looks almost 3D. It's so cool. I love that. So for this one here, I'm going to do this one a little differently. We're going to pop this underneath here. Okay. And we're going to pop that like that. Oops, wrong way. Let's put the top layer with the embossing on there like that. And then we'll put some underneath. Well, we don't need to, but you would put some underneath there. Actually, I did that completely wrong, but it should be like that. So it looks like a whole cookie there. So I will put some glue on underneath this one. I'll put up another one. So it looks like that. And then we can join this so it looks like this. Super cute. So it looks like you're eating a cookie there. All right, so I'll continue to do that with the rest of them and then you'll see me in a minute. Guys, so I've just finished making 7 Oreo cookies. So I'll show you up close. So that's kind of one, so it looks like it's a full cookie. And then we have one that looks like that. So I've alternated between the two. And what I wanted to do is kind of create like a shaker card. So underneath this, I'm going to get my window sheet and I will just cut it to where I need it. So I'm just going to put a window right underneath that. So I'm just going to cut up to there and I'll just grab, I'm not even measuring, like I'm just going to wing that. Let's see, because this window will then be so about there. Okay, so for that window sheet, you're looking at roughly 2 and 3 eighths, 2 and 3 eighths of an inch. So I'll just cut that off. And I'll just trim a little bit off the side, maybe about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch again. Just get rid of that. Okay. So underneath there, we can now put our window sheet. So that's the perfect fit. So what I'm going to do is just put some liquid glue all along the edge there. That's our lid done. And just going to pop this on here. So it's going to be at an angle. And we're going to pop a couple of these underneath there to make it into a shaker card. So we'll say I have about 3 of them in there. They look like they're eaten cookies. So what I will do is I'm going to get some dimensionals and I'm going to add them onto the edges there. So I'll leave that to the side for the moment, and we're going to continue on with the card base and get that design up and running. So with this card base, I'm just going to trim up some cardstock. So I'll just eyeball it because it's, and I'll give you the measurement once I'm done, but it's for an A6, so make sure it just looks nice and even. So I'll just cut that out. So yeah, just make it 1/4 of an inch shorter on both sides of that. I'm going to add this like that. Not just yet. So I'll just stick this down. Keep it nice and simple. Okay, just put that down here. I'm going to put 3 cookies, but I'm going to put the ones that have the bite marks on here, underneath there. Alright, so I'll just take off the backings, off the back of this. That's off. So I might do it a little bit different. I'll kind of stick, I'll stick these 2 together. So I'll leave that loose for the moment. I'm going to stick this underneath this. So it's not going to be a shaker card, but sort of. I don't know how else to explain it. So let's stick that one here like so. And then we'll stick one more like that. So it looks like, yeah. So I'll just add a bit of glue like that. I'll just hold on to that there for a minute. Add some more glue here. So now it looks like there's, some cookies in there. in like a little box. Okay, so that's how that looks. So we will add some along the outside. I'm going to make an embellishment to put on top of this. Just trying to think. Just bear with me for 1 second and I'll come back. What I've decided to do is I'm going to actually cut another frame using the polka dots. So I'm going to make the box the polka dot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out and we'll leave the lid white, I think. Or shall it be together? Anyway, I'll just cut this out. I'll put that through my machine. So I'm going to pop this on, so it's going to be like a polka dot box. So I'll just add some glue right round. Covers up the mistake that I made as well. So just pop that on there. Make sure it's nice and even. So I've covered that up now because I did rip it with my painter's tape. So I'll just make sure it's really nice and even all around. Okay, so it looks like a box there, and I'm going to add that on top so it'll still flap open. So I'll just add. So that's my lid now, flap there. And what I'm going to do with this is cut a little, like a banner kind of thing. So I'm just going to grab my I was thinking the Stitch So Sweetly dies. Okay, Stitch So Sweetly. And whoops. Let's see if that goes on top here. I think that looks cute like that too, and it'll act like a, yeah, I'll do that. So I'll just grab my machine again. Looks so cute. And then I'm going to use the Tasteful Labels Dies. I'm going to cut out that big circle. Actually, I'll just cut that out with this. I might change my mind about that, so I'll use this one. And maybe I'll just turn this around like that. I'll see. Just give me a second. I'm just winging it, as I said. I'm not thinking it through 100%, so just warning you. We'll see what happens. That cut out really pretty. Let's see, maybe I'll put that instead on there. Just decided that I'm going to use the patterned piece of cardstock here with that cutout, and I'm going to actually stamp on that directly. So I will use my stamper artist because, yeah, I don't want to stuff it up. So let's put it on here. Put it right to the corner. This looks pretty straight. See, the stamper artist, it comes in handy even with these little tiny things as well. So I'll just make sure it's I want the pattern going up and down. And I think that looks cute. And on the back there, I'm going to cut a banner. And that will look lovely. So I'll cut a banner. And I'll put that away. Now let's see which would look nice. I think this one, if I can get it out. This one here will look great, I think, behind that. Yeah, so I think that one will look great. So I'm just going to cut this out with some white cardstock, and I'll just use my machine again. Sorry guys, as I said, this is going to be all over the place. But I think the result will be well worth it, in my opinion. And I hope you agree. I'm really winging this, as I said, so my apologies if this is annoying to you. So that's that one, and what I wanted to do is just layer this behind, so it looks like that. I think that looks really cute. And then with that same piece here, what I want to grab is the word cookies, and that's a die. So I'll just bring in the die. And it says here cookies. So I'm going to cut the word cookies out with the Love You More Than dies. So that turned out really cute. Okay, so put this here. Today's plan, consume. We'll put the cookies like that. And I think that that will turn out really cute, and then we'll add some of those leftover cookies. So I think we're now ready to start assembling. So we'll put this away and we'll finish this up. Okay, so we'll stick some glue in the middle of this banner. Then we'll add this on top. And we'll put that like so. So I'll just stick some glue on the back of this. Just add some glue there behind that. And I'll put that in the middle of that. And the word, the cookies word, I was thinking maybe putting it down here. I'm not sure. Hang on. What I'll do is I'll move this way. Don't know, we'll see. Hang on. And then we'll put cookies like so. And then we can add some cookies up here. And then This can go underneath here like that too. Oh, that's cute. I really like that. So let's do that. Okay, we'll stick this in the middle like I originally thought. Consume. Then we'll put the word cookies there. And we'll have that little there. So let's put some glue underneath here. I'm going to add this like that. Just stick that together, make sure it's really stuck down well. We're going to pop these up, I think, on a couple of dimensionals on either side. This one will stick underneath here, so I'm just going to put glue just along the bottom here. Just like that. And I'll put glue also all over these ones. Put that like that. So I've got an Oreo cookie down there. I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on either side of that one. Just grab those. So in the end, this card turned out nothing like what I've seen before. It is completely different, but I was inspired. So I will show you the video, I will link the video below, but it's to our competitor's website, so that might be a problem for those Stampin' Up purists out there. But it was inspiring and I did use our product. So I'll put that on top here, like so. Just put it now a little bit further down, but not to impede that box window there. So you can still see the window there. That's cute. And oh, my cookies sentiment. And I will cut that word out in early espresso. So I'll just grab that cardstock and I'll bring out my machine again. Sorry, it's a bit haphazard today, but that's how I create. I'm a bit haphazard. I have an idea and then I run with it and it takes a life of its own. So weird. So I'll just do that very quickly. Pop that through. Okay. With that. Okay. So now I have my cookies words. Slight peek through of the cookies underneath there, and we're just going to put that like so. And I think I have found the way that looks good like that. So I'm going to stick this down as well. And let's just put that down here and not cover up the sentiment. So I'll just make sure I get it to as far down as possible without it impeding. And we've done it. Yay! I'm so happy it's come through. All right. Now I need to find my dots. So I found one dot. Oh, where did it go? There it is. There's my little dot. So I'm just going to grab my Pick Me Up tool. Turn that around. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a little blob of glue just above the eye. I did that perfectly. I don't know how, but there you go. I'll just grab my tweezer and my bit there. Because it's already white, I'm not going to bother getting the and there you have it, guys. Finally finished this card. This will be good for if you're doing some gift giving. This is super duper cute. So there you have it. This is like now a little baker's box there, and you have some cookies inside there, eaten ones, because it kind of be a bit cheeky. So that's my finished card for today. This is fantastic for gift giving. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to let me know. All of the products that I featured today are available in my online store at pepperlyrosepapercrafting.stampinup.net. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.